Hey there everyone, Mazrock here, and today I want to talk about the PvE loot system currently in place for Shadowlands 9.0. I know this is going to be a rather divisive topic because I've noticed it's been divisive within our own guild, actually. There's two camps. There's people that actually really, really like it, and there's people that are just dreadfully hating it. And I'm in that latter camp. And it's not that it's bad, it's that there are issues that need to be addressed. So, first things I want to address first, before all the PvP peeps are all like, well, just play PvP, it's a great way to get loot. Believe it or not, there is a large number of people, me included, I just don't like doing PvP. It's not fun content for me, I just don't enjoy it. I don't have a good time doing it, it's just not for me. I enjoy running dungeons, I enjoy raiding, and I enjoy that type of content. That's what I play for, to be social with my friends, to get loot, and you know, conquer these challenges together. And I'm not a big PvP person. So it is early in the morning. I've got coffee. I was originally going to make this video yesterday, but I was so lividly mad that it would have just been a very angry rant video, which is not what I want to do here. It's not how I want to come across. So I know PvPers in the past have been shafted on gearing. I get that. It sucked in BFA for y'all. It's better now. And that's good. I'm happy for you. The problem is PvE. They wanted to make PvE loot more rewarding when you get it. But the problem is the system that they have in mind. If you don't have any good luck, me and some other people that I've met and noticed and things like that, if you don't have good luck, you are shafted upon endlessly. So in the last 5 or 6 weeks, I have run a lot of mythic content on my Warlock. I've also have an alt tank who's been a little bit more lucky, but that actually furthers this divide where I understand what it's like to get loot on one character, and I feel that starvation that much harder. So I enjoy raiding. I've been in raiding since the raid came out, since Nathria. I raided in BFA and stuff like that too. But since day one of Nathria, we've been on it. I've gotten next to nothing. Last night in our heroic raid, so we raid twice a week. So we prog on Saturdays, and we basically do our first 6 farm, depending on how much time we have, because we don't raid very long on Tuesdays. Marked the 4-week point where I finally got a piece of loot from the raid. 4 weeks, full raids, doing sludge to the Nathrius, while getting up to kind of Sun King and Council in heroic without a piece of loot. That is drastically too low for a team who's raiding about 8-9 hours a week. Come on, I mean, come on. It's ridiculously low. But the thing is there's RNG involved, and I understand that. You're gonna have bad weeks. You're gonna have a bad couple of weeks, but a bad month? That's like 40 hours of raiding for one piece of loot. That doesn't feel great. It doesn't. It's not fun. But that's the way it works. That's RNG, right? So, well, do mythic dungeons for loot. Well, my Warlock went 16 M+ dungeons without a loot drop. 16. Again, that is insanely too low. I've seen other people get it. She won't. Like, my Warlock just won't get the loot. I don't get it. I don't know why. It's RNG. RNG has shafted my Warlock once again. Who is my main, by the way? I main my Warlock. So, and then you add the personal loot system where if it's an upgrade for someone, whether they want it or not, they can't give it away. They can't trade it. Oh, it's an item level upgrade for my character. It's a complete garbage piece of gear, so I can't trade it. Okay, that makes things start to feel worse, because now this person got a piece of loot that somebody else needs, whether it's me or someone else, and they can't even get it. It's basically vendor fodder for, 35 minutes of run where 2 people got loot and they don't even need it. Oh my god, that just makes things feel so much better, doesn't it? Garbage. Then the last argument. Well, if you run the content, you'll get great vault options. Let me tell you what. This is where the divide happens. Because there are people who the Great Vault have treated insanely well. They get their 6 options from their mythics and their raid, and they actually have to struggle to choose because, oh my god, I got some really good pieces. Like, I got this weapon, or I got this one, and they're like a big item level upgrade, and like, I see that excitement for them, and I'm happy for those people. But that doesn't happen with everyone. Hello, my warlock, and hello, some other people in my guild, who are just continuously getting shafted from the Great Vault. Literally, since the first week of Mythic Plus Keys, I got an eye level 213 inscrutable quantum trinket. I got very, very lucky that first week of the Great Vault. Since then, my item level upgrade on a Great Vault has been 2 to 3. And I don't mean my average item level for all of my gear. I mean, if I get a pair of pants, it's an eye level 200 when my previous pants were 197. And then that's literally my best option. I have seen where I get a shoulder piece, eye level 220 in the Great Vault. Awesome! Oh wait, stats are garbage. Okay, but item level. Oh wait, I have 2 warlock specs. Both of the legendary slots are my shoulders. Already a high enough item level. That piece of loot, complete garbage. It's not needed because I don't need it. I have something better already, which is my legendary slot for 2 specs, same slot. I know, shoulders. So now I'm getting shafted on my highest piece of loot. Fantastic. Oh, I'm getting the Barghast neck again for the 5th week in a row. Guess what? I already have it because I got it the first time it showed up, and it was a 3 item level upgrade from the other neck that I had before. It feels like shit. It's terrible. It's just not fun. And then you go through the other items and you like, okay, well, now I have to sim which one might be better to give me 5 more DPS. That's not fun. It's not great. It's barely an upgrade. My item level was at 203 going into 2021, and it just hit 206 last night. Because my warlock is absolutely dreadfully starved for gear. Going an entire month without a raid loot drop sucks. Going 16 mythic dungeons without a raid loot drop sucks. Having every option in your Great Vault every Tuesday sucks. So what happens when your bad luck protection is also cursed with bad luck? Because this is the idea that Blizzard, I'm sure, did not have this in mind. Whereas the Great Vault is your bad luck protection. Now, you can make the argument that yes, it's better than BFA. And yes, I agree it's better than BFA. It is a better system. The Great Vault is absolutely a better system than BFA, where you have one piece of loot that dropped. And if you got shafted, you got shafted. If you didn't, great. Only 1 piece of loot. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with human emotion. Do you want to get shafted on 1 piece of loot every week? Or do you want to get shafted on 6? It feels worse to get shafted on 6. It really does. It sucks. It's terrible. So that has been my big issue with PvE looting in Shadowlands. Now, I'm not coming at this without a constructive criticism, but they need to increase loot drops in Mythics. And I don't mean everyone gets a guaranteed piece of loot for finishing a Mythic Plus. It's too much. It's ridiculous. I get it. You want it to feel rewarding when you get it. But you can't have people so starved they're literally angry at this game while playing it. And I get that's kind of how in Blizzard's motto, a lot of people are angry while playing this game, but we still play it. It's just kind of how it's always worked. But that feeling of terribleness has got to go away. So perhaps a safe block for the Great Vault is you can't get a piece of equipment, like you can't get an armor for what you currently have your legendary armor slotted. So if you have shoulders, none of your Great Vault can be shoulders, and that's something you can control as a player. You can literally go in, well, I kind of want shoulders this week. So you could just make yourself like a 168 ring, or buy one for like 3k. They're really not that much. Equip that in your ring legendary slot that you had before. Or maybe make rings exempt. That's a bad one because you have 2 slots. But, you know, maybe you have pants. You have Lego pants. And you really want, you're thinking, well, I kind of want to focus on this legendary. So you just take those legendary pieces off. Plain and simple. You take them off. That way, when you open up your Great Vault, you have full access to everything. But if you're just like me, my Warlock, I'm strictly running shoulders for both my specs. I'm keeping my legendary shoulders on. I don't want shoulders. I don't want them. And getting 3 shoulder options in your out of your 6 sucks when your legendary is your shoulders, because you're not using them. You're not going to use them no matter how much of an item level upgrade they are over your other purples. It's just not going to work. So that's something they need to do. They need to up mythic drops as well, and they need to up raid drops as well. It's too low. It's too low. It's not fun. And when you've got people in your guild with good luck, and I'm not angry at these people for having good luck. I'm happy they're getting gear. My problem is the people with bad luck are not getting gear. I've seen some of the players, some of the people get 2 raid drops every week. Or get 1 raid drop every week, or 2. Or they'll get a raid drop on Tuesday and a raid drop on Saturday. Versus like people like me and some others that are like, bro, where's mine? Like, some people haven't raided for weeks, come in and they have a high demand level because they have better luck. And the bad luck protection is failing those people with terrible luck, because that's the divide. So raid drops need to increase, or they need to introduce a token system. Legendary slots should not be targeted in the Great Vault at all. That is a personal opinion of mine, but I think it's a better one. A better one. I think it's a better system. Lock off pieces of loot that you don't need, because you don't need it. If you have shoulders, why do you need purples? If you absolutely want that purple in your Great Vault, take off your shoulders and equip them something else. But that's something that you can put in the player's control instead of just RNG. That will actually make them feel better and make that bad luck protection feel a little bit better and a little bit more kind of worthy of being called a bad luck protection, really. And to people whose Great Vault has treated you amazingly, and you go in excited and you see all of these great options, I am happy for you. Don't get me wrong, I am happy for you. But there is a flip side to that coin, because there are people whose Great Vault has been literally just a nightmare. I go in on Tuesdays now, I get that surgence of hope, and then it just gets crushed into oblivion when I look at my options, and I'm like, crap. Fantastic. Another week wasted with literally nothing to show for it. Like, that's just not fun, and that needs to change. Another option as well that they could do with the Great Vault is limit the amount of times you can get something in your Great Vault. So, for example, the Huntsman necklace, the Haste Verse and Sorcerer Beast one, you get it 1 week. You get it 2 weeks. Well, at 3 weeks, if you haven't picked it, you probably don't want it. So it would have less of a chance to appear in that loot pool. The more times something happens in a row, or, the more times something is popped in your Great Vault, maybe for that specific item level. I would love the item level 213 version, the heroic version. I would love it. But I don't need the item level 201. I have it equipped. I have it equipped. I don't need 3 more of them. Like, it shouldn't be an option after this one. Once you get 2 or 3, so every time it appears subsequently in your Great Vault, it would have a diminished return, return to reappear for at least a little while. So if it comes in 3 weeks in a row, maybe it's guaranteed to not be in that loot pool for week 4, because it kind of drives you up the wall, because you're seeing all the same gear that you're like, I don't need it, I have it. Like, and the only reason I have it is because it's dropped for this one person 3 times in the raid, while there's 3 others that have been desperately wanting it and had to roll for it in the raid. Well, meanwhile, it's the same person's getting it every week. Like, it's not fun. The PvE loot system in Shadowlands is just not fun. I think it could be improved. And I think it's a better direction than what BFA went for most people. Because for most people, it is an improvement. They're getting better loot from it. They're getting excited and it's fun. But for the people it's treating like crap, it is absolutely treating like horrid crap. And it is not fun at all. I like I said, I'm going into Tuesdays now dreading to see that Great Vault because I'm just wondering what kind of time I wasted throughout the week just to get nothing. Like, my character is not getting better because you won't give me loot. You won't give me anything. So this loot drought has to be addressed. And I know Blizzard has stated they're going to address it. But that needs to happen now. Because you're going to start losing players that don't want a PvP for gear soon. It's going to happen. You're in this pivotal moment of an expanse where you have an X-Pack, where you have people entranced. You know, it's still new, it's fresh, people are excited, the renown system's good. You know, the covenants are fun for the most part, depending on your covenant, depending on how you feel about them. But for the most part, I think they're actually a relatively good success. You have a lot of things going for you. But now you're not giving people shit. Like, you're not giving people gear. You're having people run 6-7 mythics in a night for diddly squat. Now, I have the joy of running those mythics with my guild, and I love my guildies. They are tons of fun, and we have a good time, and that social aspect of the game is why I play. But dear God, if you're pugging 6 or 7 mythics in a night, and you're pugging those, and you're not getting anything either, oh, I don't even want to know what kind of nightmare that feels like. That's gotta feel terrible. Like, that's gotta be terrible if you're pugging and you're still getting diddly squat. Like, yeah. So, those are my thoughts on this loot drought. I'm done with it. I'm literally done with this loot drought. I'm getting just incredibly frustrated with it to the point where it's driving me up the wall. It's gotta change because I don't like PvP. I don't have time to PvP. I raid 3 nights a week, and I stream D&D on Sundays. And you know, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I've got kids. I can't spend all of my time, you know, raiding and PvPing for gear. It's just not something that can be done. Yeah, they just can't. You know, people have lives, people have things to do. So they want to do the content that they want to do and still feel rewarded for it. And I get that you want to bring down the loot drops to make it feel rewarding, but you've brought it down to so much to a point that the people are starving, and are starting to get angry. And I think some people are going to start leaving the game because it's not that it's just not rewarding. It's punishing. It feels like shit. It feels like crap to have bad luck for 6 weeks in a row and literally not get nothing. My Warlock is still using pieces of gear from the first week of Mythic Pluses. Literally the first week of Mythic Pluses. Week 3? Week 3 of the X-Pack? And I'm still using several pieces of gear from those because nothing else has dropped. That is too long. It's too much of a drought, and it's got to stop. So Blizz, please get on this. Those are some of my suggestions on what you can do to help fix it and help fix the Great Vault from being a better bad luck protection system. Because, like I said, it feels worse to get 6 pieces of crap than 1. It really does. At least the chest in BFA, you didn't have a choice. You got what you got. You kind of roll with the punches, and that's the RNG. But the Great Vault system of having to choose between your 6 pieces of shitty gear feels worse. Because not only am I not getting anything worthwhile, but you're making me choose something that's not worthwhile. So you're actively putting the shit decision in my hands based off the shit hand that you dealt. Get what I'm saying? What are your opinions on this loot drought? Do you feel the same as me? Has the Great Vault treated you great? And I am just completely wrong to you. That could be something as well. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Come by, check it out. It's been lots of fun. D&D on Sundays at varying times. Check down below in the doobly-doo for my schedule on Twitch. Please give me a follow there. Thanks again, everyone, for the support. The follower count's going up. Sub count's going up. We're building that community. Things are going along very, very well. So yeah, thanks again for all that support, and I hope Shadowlands has been treating you better than it's been treating my Warlock. But that's just the RNG game that's played, and I really hope that Blizzard introduces some changes soon to help alleviate this for the people that it's just not been fun for. So, aside from that, leave your opinions in the comment box below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your suggestions for the Great Vault and the Bad Luck Protection? What are your suggestions for raid drops? What are your suggestions for mythic drops? I mean, let me know, right? Did I not think of something that's completely possible? Well, have yourselves a good day, and we'll see you guys when we'll see you guys on stream. Bye.